There's actually a really healthy community of red kites where I live. So I have to stop filming often because they make a lot of noise. There's too many red kites. Give the mice a chance. Give the hedgehogs a chance at life. Just constantly squawking. How is it a sustainable environment? Welcome back to 3 Minute Preview, the least comprehensive, least informative match preview you'll find on YouTube, where a man with no coaching badges and a subpar credit score tries to break it down. This weekend, it's Watford at home, the London Wannabes, the cycling GK superfans, the home of the biggest Costco in England, travelling so far north they're going to get a nosebleed. It's a massive clash against our relegation rivals, and to be quite honest, I'm bricking it. What are the pertinent questions ahead of this match? Can we escape the relegation zone? Will Chris Wood hit the ground running? Why are Watford called the Hornets when they have a moose on their badge? Let's jump into some amateur analysis. Off the back of a third round FA Cup tie, you could be forgiven for thinking that there's going to be wholesale changes to the side. But considering that we pretty much played our full strength team against Cambridge, there isn't too much to do here. In defence, goes without saying, Richie, out. Get out. Get out. I'm happy to put either Manquillo or Lewis in that spot. I have a feeling that Lewis might not be quite there for match fitness and sharpness yet, and Manquillo actually played pretty well against Man United, so I'm happy with either. In midfield, we have enough quality and energy to outplay them if we turn up, so I'm going to stick with John Joe and Jolinton. I'm going to back Jolinton to have another standout performance this week. No change on the flanks. I think really Fraser and ASM are our only viable options, and Jacob Murphy can hold his position on the bench. Our last two managers haven't backed Dwight Gale, and he hasn't really looked up to it when he has come on, so I think it's time that we get our Wood out for the world to see. What about Elton John FC? Like a candle in the wind. They've got a few injuries, but most notably Ismail Assar misses out, which is a massive loss for them and a real advantage for whoever starts at left back for us. Gives them an easier time. As I said, Watford have a debutant at the back and they only have a very slightly better goal difference than us, so I can definitely see us scoring against them here. I don't really rate them in the middle of the park. I think if John Joe has the space and time necessary and Jolinton covers that ground and works hard, then that's a part of the pitch we can really dominate and win the battle in. Up top, it's a big shame that they managed to snake their way out of sending Emmanuel Dennis to AFCON with apparent registration issues to blame. Definitely their best player, and if they are going to score against us, that's really the only place I can see it coming from. When we take all this into account, I have a feeling that both teams will score, but I think with the backing of the home crowd, with a proper focal point in Chris Wood, that we're going to score more than them and take the win. It's Jimmy Nell versus Elton John. It's Phoenix versus Costco. It's Chris Stark versus Emil Franchi. I'm going to go for 3-1 Mags and Chris to give everyone Wood. Away the lads. Did you know that before the first standardised pregnancy test was invented, that women would just piss in a bottle and send it to Watford for analysis? That's a true story as well, because I googled it. If you lived your life like a candle in the wind, subscribe to the channel, you know? Do you remember at Costco, you would cut about and you would just do laps and see how many free samples you could get. Like a little bit of maybe salami, run around, do laps of the Costco, cheese on cocktail stick, crackers, biscuits. I don't actually have a Costco card. Watford isn't London, is it? It's not. They want to be.